it's up to him. He gave me that opportunity to fight him. It's only right that if that's what he want to do, I'll give it back to him. Outside of him, I was looking.
What the latest is, you know, we signed and contracted to do a rematch, and that's what it is right now.
Do you know when it's going to be, when we can hear?
I don't got no date right now, you know, but I know that's the next fight.
The rivalry between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. is still one of the biggest stories in boxing. After Crawford stopped Spence in their 2023 fight to become the undisputed welterweight champion, fans have been waiting for a rematch. Recent tension between the two has made the excitement even bigger.
Like I said before, it's in the contract, so it's not if I'm open to it or not. It's, you know, what's in the contract. And Errol gave me an opportunity and a shot at becoming the first male boxer, undisputed, you know, in any division in the 4-belt era. And I honor, you know, that. And if he was to come to me or activate.
Their first fight lived up to the hype. Crawford surprised many people by controlling the fight from start to finish and proving why he is one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in boxing. Even after the defeat, Spence remained confident that he could change the result in a second fight.
Because I don't want us personally, we talking about what we want to see. I don't want to see it. Because I know what it's going to look like. The same as it looked last time.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Errol Spence wasn't the same.
What was wrong with him?
He looked slow. He looked he looked sluggish.
Why?
I can't tell you. I wasn't in camp.
At the division, he dominated for his entire career. All of a sudden, when it came time for this fight, he looked different. Why?
I wasn't in camp with him. I can't tell you. I don't know if his body finally broke down for being at one.
Spence believes he was not at his best in the first fight. Many people pointed to his past injuries and car accident as possible reasons for his performance. Now he says he is fully focused on improving and wants another chance to face Crawford.
See, I want to see Bud be great, but what better buffer to see if Bud's ready at 68 than the EJ rematch at 54 and 60? And how exciting would it be to watch Errol Spence in he walks at 190. I'm 185 pounds right now. I'm 5'11". To think of me cutting.
The rematch could take place at 154 pounds, which would make it very different from the first fight. Spence is naturally bigger at that weight, but Crawford also believes he can perform even better after moving up.
To have to get this fight done, he gave up a lot of money on his side to have this fight at 147. If you look at the contract, this is a sport of contracts. Chris, you know this. You have signed contracts. You have tried to get out of contracts. The winner gets to dictate the weight. The loser got to put the rematch clause.
Both fighters are entering a possible rematch with confidence. Spence has worked hard to improve his skills, conditioning, and strategy. He believes he has learned from his mistakes and can give a much better performance.
I feel as if, you know, he would go back to the drawing board. He would come back stronger. He'll come back more hungrier, and he'll try to fix the things that, you know, he needed to fix to make the fight look different in the second time than in the first time. I do believe that, you know, but that's the only thing that I can actually believe.
Spence knows Crawford is one of the smartest fighters in boxing. He has been working on his defense and preparing for Crawford's counterpunching. Spence believes that with the right game plan, he has a real chance to win.
Yo, I'm excited for this, man. Gives him a chance to heal off. Yo, and a Hill Errol Spence. Anybody.
Crawford is full of confidence after dominating the first fight. He believes another win over Spence would make his legacy even stronger before he moves on to even bigger challenges in boxing.
Why Terence Crawford is doing this. Terence Crawford wants to go after Canelo or Charlo, because in reality, in his mind and in everybody else's mind, except Errol Spence and Errol Spence Jr. fans, he beat Errol Spence more than convincingly, which is there's no need for rematches.
A second fight could be very different because both fighters have changed. Spence would likely be stronger at 154 pounds, while Crawford would rely on his speed, experience, and ring IQ to stay in control.
Exercised his immediate rematch clause?
I don't know if it's gonna be at 54 or 47, but I'm sure like I'm sure he's probably gonna push the weight up, but there's not gonna be no change in the decision. The performance still is gonna be the same.
Moving to a higher weight class will be a new challenge for Crawford. Even so, his movement, timing, and ability to adapt make many fans believe he can still perform at the highest level.
And you know, it's like feeling that's kind of hard to explain, you know, being back on the U.S. soil and then coming in to some good wins. When I was over there, I got some good wins before I left to go over there. I got the best win, in probably history. So, I mean, feel good, man. So the rematch is gonna happen. Mark my words.
Young stars like Jaron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz are rising quickly, but they still have to prove themselves against elite competition. For now, Crawford and Spence remain the biggest names in the division.
Spence the rematch, but at 147. Now, there's a couple of reasons why Terence Crawford is doing this. Terence Crawford.
Saudi Arabia's investment has changed the boxing world by making huge fights possible. If Crawford and Spence meet again, the event could become one of the biggest boxing shows in recent years.
An opportunity when he didn't have to. He sacrificed some things. So, you know, in my opinion, you know, you gotta just do what you gotta do. I think that 54 it's 7 pounds north, and it does make a. Errol Spence is an incredible fighter, and Crawford is too. If that's what Errol wants to do, to fight.
Both fighters have strong motivation heading into a possible rematch. Spence wants revenge for his only loss, while Crawford wants to continue building his legacy without worrying about outside criticism.
I pretty much don't want to hear nothing about Terence Crawford and the word greatness after the news that just came out. Let me get this straight. You were the man that said, Earl, I gotta thank you. Earl say, why? Your response was, because this fight never would have happened if it wasn't for you. Now when it's your turn to do what Earl did for you, you playing boxing politics, talking about 147 or nothing. But you was the guy saying that it was hard for you to make it to 147, so yeah, you would want to fight at 150.
When Crawford moved up to 154 pounds, many fans expected him to win titles and become undisputed once again. After all, he had already achieved that at both 140 and 147 pounds during his incredible career.
It's Crawford. We'll start here. Reportedly offers Spence the rematch at 147 and not 154. This has got people up in arms because you have the Spence contingent who says, you know what? You know, our guy Spence made concessions to get this fight done. He gave up a lot of money on his side to have this fight at 147. If you look at the contract, this is a sport of contracts. Chris, you know that.
Most fans believe Crawford would stay at junior middleweight and collect every major title. However, Crawford explained that he was looking for bigger challenges instead of spending years in one division.
You're a people's champ. Yes. I have nothing but respect for you. The question I have is, Errol alluded to wanting the rematch clause, but he asked, would you do it at 154? Is that your call, or is that the promoter's call, and would you even think about moving up to 154 to fight him?
Okay, so first of all, I need you to say I'm a loser.
Let's go! I'll never say that.
Crawford said he has no plans to become the undisputed champion at 154 pounds. He believes the division does not offer the kind of legacy-defining fights that he wants at this stage of his career.
Along my career, I've been criticized, and people have taken credit away from me just to try to diminish my accomplishments, just off of pure hate. So what would they be able to say with me going up 2 weight classes? If Canelo become undisputed again, and I beat Canelo, what could they say? They'll say something, but what? Yeah, they're gonna make us.
Although Crawford respects the talented fighters at 154 pounds, he feels those matchups are not big enough for his legacy. He now wants to focus only on fights that can make history.
Just to boost him up. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna do that, because I can retire right now and be in the Hall of Fame. He couldn't. Everything that I've accomplished, he's still trying to accomplish. I don't want to sound like I'm hating on him. I honestly don't know if he make it to the Hall of Fame with the accolades.
Throughout his career, Crawford has faced criticism despite all his success. Now he says he is no longer trying to please everyone and is focused only on achieving the goals that matter to him.
The crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not.
Crawford has made it clear that the fight he wants most is against Canelo Alvarez. Moving up to 168 pounds would be a huge challenge, but he believes it is the kind of fight that can define his legacy.
Triple G on Bud's resume. There's no Trout on Bud's resume. There's no Daniel Jacobs on Bud's resume. Canelo is the one that's fought the elite level opposition. It's Canelo that fought Laura. There is no Laura on Bud's resume. There is no Laura on Bud's resume. Bud has never faced a multiple division champ. Bud has never faced a multiple division champ.
Yeah, but Bud is an elite boxer.
So you're an elite boxer, but you haven't fought elite boxer.
Facing Canelo would be one of the toughest tests of Crawford's career because of the size difference. However, a victory would make him one of the greatest fighters of his generation and further cement his place in boxing history.
At one thing, which has me questioning now the outcome of this fight. Terence Bud Crawford in person was absolutely taller, which we know, but looked like a bigger man. He looked at least 10 or 20 pounds heavier. His frame was bigger. He had his head, like his skeletal structure, like he looked like a bigger dude. And it really made me be like, well, isn't that Canelo's only advantage in this fight?
Some people who recently saw Crawford believe he looks much bigger than before, making the Canelo fight even more interesting. Despite the challenge of fighting at 168 pounds, Crawford appears ready to test himself against one of boxing's biggest stars.